Summary of Bleak House by Charles Dickens ****. Bleak House by Charles Dickens is a sweeping, intricate novel that combines social criticism with a complex web of characters and interwoven storylines. The book opens with a vivid description of London shrouded in fog, symbolizing the murky and convoluted legal system at the heart of the story. The plot revolves around the interminable Chancery Court case of Jarndyce and Jarndyce, a dispute over a contested will that has dragged on for years, consuming the fortunes and lives of those involved. The case serves as a biting critique of the inefficiency and corruption of the Victorian legal system. The story is narrated through alternating perspectives, the omniscient third-person narrator and Esther Summerson, a kind and self-effacing young woman who becomes the moral center of the novel. Esther's story begins with her troubled childhood. She is raised by her strict aunt, who reveals on her deathbed that Esther is an illegitimate child. After her aunt's death, Esther is taken in by John Jarndyce, a benevolent and wealthy man connected to the Jarndyce and Jarndyce case. Esther becomes the housekeeper of Jarndyce's home, Bleak House, where she forms deep bonds with her guardian and two other wards of the court, Richard Carstone and Ada Clare. Richard and Ada, cousins and potential beneficiaries of the Jarndyce and Jarndyce case, fall in love, but Richard's obsession with the lawsuit leads him to squander his potential and health. Despite warnings from Jarndyce and others, Richard becomes increasingly consumed by the false hope of a favorable verdict, neglecting his career and personal responsibilities. Ada remains loyal to Richard, but their relationship is strained by his growing fixation. Parallel to this central narrative are numerous subplots and a vast array of characters, each reflecting different aspects of Victorian society. Lady Dedlock, a beautiful and enigmatic aristocrat, hides a dark secret. She is Esther's biological mother. Her story unfolds through the investigations of Mr. Tulkinghorn, the Dedlock family lawyer, who seeks to expose her secret to preserve the family's reputation. Tulkinghorn's relentless pursuit ends tragically when he is murdered, setting off a dramatic sequence of events that lead to Lady Dedlock's downfall. Inspector Bucket, one of literature's first professional detectives, is tasked with solving Tulkinghorn's murder. His investigation uncovers numerous interconnected mysteries and characters, such as Joe, a destitute street sweeper, Mr. Crook, a grotesque shopkeeper, and Miss Flight, a deranged woman obsessed with the Chancery Court. Through these characters, Dickens portrays the harsh realities of poverty, class disparity, and social injustice in Victorian England. Esther's life takes a turn when she contracts smallpox while caring for Joe, leaving her permanently scarred. Despite this, she remains selfless and compassionate. She discovers her true parentage and confronts Lady Dedlock, who seeks forgiveness. Lady Dedlock's shame and despair lead her to flee her home, and she is later found dead in the streets of London. The novel culminates in the resolution of the Jarndyce and Jarndyce case. Ironically, the case ends not with a verdict, but with the discovery that the legal costs have consumed the entire estate, leaving nothing for the claimants. This bitter conclusion underscores Dickens's critique of the legal system's inefficiency and greed. Amid the chaos, Esther finds personal happiness. She accepts the proposal of Dr. Alan Woodcourt, a kind and devoted physician, and they marry. John Jarndyce, who had once hoped to marry Esther himself, gracefully steps aside and provides them with a new home, symbolizing his enduring generosity and paternal affection. Bleak House is a masterpiece of social commentary and narrative complexity. Through its vivid characters, interwoven plots, and evocative descriptions, Dickens exposes the injustices of the legal system, the plight of the poor, and the moral decay of the upper classes. At the same time, the novel celebrates the resilience of the human spirit, as embodied by Esther, whose compassion and integrity shine in a world mired in greed and corruption.